Hello Oilers fans, Austin here, and in today's video, I wanted to discuss the Leon Draisaitl and Evan Bouchard contract situation. We are just a couple weeks away from training camp opening up, and neither have signed their extensions. Now, I think the Oilers right now are prioritizing getting Leon Draisaitl signed before they sign Evan Bouchard to his inevitable long-term deal, and obviously trying to figure out the logistics of how much Draisaitl is going to be paid may also play into how much they're able to offer Evan Bouchard, and maybe they're also waiting to see if Evan Bouchard can put up a second consecutive year of maybe 80 points plus before maybe committing super long term. But for Leon Draisaitl, he has not signed yet, and there is some concern among fans that maybe contract talks aren't going super well. So we're going to kind of discuss it. We're going to discuss what his last contract was when he signed it, and then I'm also going to kind of just give my input as well. I don't think fans should be too concerned, but obviously it is September now, a couple weeks till training camp. You just never know, right? So if you end up enjoying today's video, make sure you hit like, and if you really like it, make sure you subscribe, and of course, get engaged. Comment your thoughts in the comment section below, and let's jump into it. So, like I mentioned, I don't think Bouchard right now is like the priority, or, you know, who knows what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe both of them are going to sign an extension at the same time and they can have them both at the media availability, which would be huge. But I don't think that's what's going on. I honestly do think they are just trying to prioritize Leon Draisaitl. So should fans be concerned? I'm going to say no. I still think Leon Draisaitl will be signed long-term before training camp opens. I think both sides want to get this done before training camp. A lot of players don't like to negotiate during the season, especially long-term big contracts. So if they can get this done before everyone shows up to Edmonton for training camp, that would be super optimal. The last time Leon Draisaitl was re-upped for a long-term deal, that was in 2017, and he signed that 8-year deal on August 16th, 2017, and I think a lot of fans were hoping that he would have had this deal, this current deal that they've been negotiating, signed before September hit. That has not happened. As of September 2nd, which is today's date as of recording, no extension. Contract talks are still ongoing. I did make a video last week kind of detailing that both sides were a little bit, far apart in terms of the dollar figure. I think Frank Saravalli had reported that, and there's a couple other media members that reported that as well. Now, his contract is projected to come in at around $13.5 to $14.5 million per year. However, I did see a couple things recently that he may be asking for $15 million, which I don't think he is. And, if he is, obviously he deserves it, but I really don't think that that's what's going on here. I think the Seth Jarvis extension that just happened in Carolina, where a few $1 million from that deal was deferred. Deferred contracts are super rare. You never see them in the NHL, really. The biggest deferred contract that we all know of, or at least for those of us who, are paying attention to sports outside of the NHL, is the Shohei Ohtani contract that he signed with the Dodgers. Of course, if you're a Jays fan, you were hoping that he was going to sign in Toronto. That did not happen. He ended up signing with the Dodgers, and he deferred a large chunk of that contract until after the contract technically expires. So he'd be getting paid after his contract with LA is done. And that's kind of what happened with Seth Jarvis, not nearly to the same extent, though. Seth Jarvis in Carolina, he deferred a few $1 million. So there's technically a year 9 of that deal. Obviously, you can only sign a max of 8 years, but he's going to be getting a payout one day after that contract expires. I think it's like $2 or $3 million or something. It ended up bringing the salary cap hit down about $500,000 per year, roughly. I don't have the full details on it. All of that is on Puckpedia, and of course, you can find that stuff on Twitter or X.com as well. Now, I'm wondering if that Seth Jarvis contract extension is playing into the Leon Draisaitl one now. I'm wondering if the Oilers management group is maybe seeing if they can get some of that money deferred to the future, lower the, imminent right now cap hit, and then pay him after that contract expires, take advantage of these loopholes that some managers are figuring out. The Carolina Hurricanes, they've been very savvy with how they work their contracts for quite a while. A lot of that plays into the analytics department that they have too. And so for Leon Draisaitl, we'll see if, a deferred contract is something that maybe the Oilers are trying to get him to sign. I know most players, like 99.9% of the time, they want as much money upfront as possible. One, because NHL players, athletes, they like money. Two, careers can end at any time. Careers are relatively short in the grand scheme of life and sports. So a lot of players just like to get that right away as much as they can up front. So we're going to see with Leon Draisaitl. I don't know if they're going to defer any of the money on this contract to a future date, to a, quote unquote year 9 of the deal. But should fans be concerned? I'm going to say no. I truly do think Leon Draisaitl will sign. I think he will be signed before training camp opens. However, we will try and keep an eye on this as this story continues to unfold. Things have been pretty quiet since last week's reporting by Sarah Velli and a couple other Edmonton media members. So we're going to keep an eye on this. And of course, if there is any breaking news regarding his contract situation, same with Evan Bouchard, I will be updating everyone. I will be creating a video like ASAP. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss any breaking news videos or Oilers news, Oilers videos in general, just make sure that you are liking these videos and that you are subscribed. And the most important thing before we go today, as we've found out, I didn't know how I wanted to approach the Johnny Gaudreau situation. But in all of my videos, 99% of my videos, I always tell everyone at the end of the video, tell someone that you love them. One of the reasons I do that is because tomorrow is never a guarantee. Always tell someone that you love them. If you haven't reached out to someone in a while, reach out to them. Obviously, what happened recently in the hockey world is incredibly upsetting. It's distressing. It's very sad, and my heart aches for the Gaudreau family and everyone else who's been affected by that. Flames fans and Jackets fans, if you're tuning in right now, I send all of my support. My heart is going out to all of you. I hope you're all doing okay. And as a hockey community, we'll all get through this together. I know we will. I watch Johnny Gaudreau a lot in Calgary, being an Oilers fan, the Battle of Alberta. Tons of memories with Gaudreau, and I am planning on doing a video about Gaudreau at some point. Again, this is a situation where I'm not sure how I want to approach it yet, but Gaudreau has had an influence on me as a fan. I'm a hockey fan first before loyalty to a specific team, and I was pretty shook with the Johnny Gaudreau news. He was only 31. He had just turned 31. I just turned 31. So there's been a lot of things going on in my brain as well. So like I said, just tell someone that you love them, all right? I appreciate that, Oil Country. I appreciate everyone tuning in. As always, your support means the world to me. I cannot wait for hockey season to get going here, and hopefully Leon Draisaitl is signed by the next time I make another news update. So we'll see you all soon, hockey fans, Oilers fans. Take care.